Hello again, Doran Markowitz from D Guitars Miami here with another edition of This Week in Cool Guitar Repairs. This week is actually a follow-up to a previous installment that I did regarding this guitar. In a previous video I had spoken about the binding replacement that I had done and so forth on this guitar, and also how I had recommended that the first several frets be replaced to the client because they were fairly worn out. Well, the client brought it back for me to do just that, so I replaced the first 8 frets with very similar wire, and take a good look at them. You can clearly tell that that they look fairly uniform. This is a prime example of a cost-effective way to do a refret on an instrument when you don't need to refret every single fret on a guitar. Oftentimes you'll have a lot of wear in one, in the first position, or maybe the first few frets. Doesn't really pay to replace all of them. So the first 8 frets were really the only ones that had any real wear spots, and it was the first 3 that really had the D chord and the G chord marks where it was buzzing. Now the guitar plays buzz-free. Has a nice big rich sound to it again. And I used fret wire that was very similar in terms of the dimensions, in terms of the width and even the height. I actually used frets that were taller that I shaved down incrementally until we got to where the 8th fret had to be just a little higher than the original 9th fret that's still here. The action is nice and low at 1/16, a little higher than 1/16 of an inch. We're actually almost at 3/32, which is ideal for an acoustic. It's got very slick action to it. Bar chords are effortless. And you can do runs on it. And of course the transition from the older frets, the new frets to the older frets is effortless. You don't even notice. And like I said, it's a lot less expensive than actually refretting all of them, especially when the rest of these frets, they have no wear to them. On an acoustic, this is actually a very common type of thing to do. It's also common to do on electrics as well, especially for those that are primarily rhythm players that stay in first position or mainly do bar chords in the first area. So if you need to have a partial refret done, don't let anybody convince you that you have to have all the frets redone, replaced, if the second half of the neck looks almost untouched. That's just a money-making scheme. It really is. When you need to get an entire refret done, you'll know, because they're all, they're going to all be uniformly worn. Now, if you happen to decide that you just want to refret your guitar completely, that's a different story. Anyway, I think he's going to be very pleased, and considering that he's had this guitar for well over 30-40 years, it's going to feel like a new toy to him again. So that always makes me feel good when I know that I can do that for somebody. So I'm looking forward to seeing his reaction when he comes by today to pick it up. Anyway, until next time, if you have an instrument that needs a partial or a complete refret, new binding, dot inlays, headstock repair, electronics, etc., don't hesitate to give me a call at 305-896-1811. Until next time, Doran Markowitz from D Guitars Miami. Thanks for watching and have a great day.